Hi friends, my name is Letty. Welcome to Belleza Blueprint, where I'm going to channel my inner Joanna gains. Now, I personally love watching DIYs, so the whole purpose of me making this channel is to take you on the journey with me of me remodeling my home and turning it into this Spanish modern organic type of vibe. I love doing before and afters, so bear with me because this is like not my thing. I'm literally just learning how to edit and do like all of this stuff. I also have a lot of videos that I have to upload, but editing is so hard. Anyways, I live right around the corner from Sherwin-Williams, and I thought that I was going to walk in there and just pick a white color to go on my walls. And luckily, I didn't just grab white, but they have like 50 shades of different colors for every color. So I was in there for a hot minute trying to decide what color I like, and the lighting in there is a lot better than my house. So I ended up choosing Alabaster White. But quite honestly, I really did love how it turned out, although what I should have done is painted like swatches of the color around my house just to see how it looks in each lighting. Instead, I picked it at the store and bought the whole gallon, brought it home, and I was like, oh, I'm going to paint this entire corner. I did end up loving how it looks, so I don't regret it at all. But I also chose half calf. It's a brown color also at the store. And let me tell you, it looked like doo-doo brown. I was not happy with it. I seen someone else paint their house or their like doors that color and it looked so classy. But when I did it in my home, it gave it like trailer vibes, like low income apartment vibes. And no shade because I've lived in low income apartments and in a trailer. So when I saw that, I got PTSD. I was like, oh, heck no. So I instantly had to choose a different color, but I'll get to that later because I have a video about all that as well. But I did love how this looked. So I am going to make videos and just share stories of mine. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Or if you have any recommendations or suggestions on what I should be doing with my video, I would highly appreciate it. And on a different note, I just wanted to mention how I love my home. This is the first house that we've had where I don't feel like any spooky vibes or anything creepy. So if I hear something creaking around, like I don't hesitate to go check it out because the vibe of this house is just so clean and pure and I freaking love it. Like I have lived in homes where like you walk and you feel like somebody is walking behind you and none of that here. And the only reason why I bring it up is because there have been some creepy stuff going on as of recently. And although it doesn't scare me, like there was a time where my brother came and stayed the night with his girlfriend and his baby and they were sleeping and the fire alarm went off and it was like 3 a.m. when it started to go off. And we've never had that happen. And it was just so weird that it happened while they were staying here. And then my nephew was like, kept pointing towards the door saying that there was a baby there. And that was so spooky. Not only that, but the rescue pug we have will wake us up at 3 a.m. and start barking at absolutely nothing. Like he sleeps on our bed, so he'll stand at the edge of the bed and just bark at the hallway like he sees something. So we'll push him to be like, "Oh, go check it out," and he's too scared to go check it out. But at the same time, I think it's just because he's a little chicken. He's not a pug. Now that I think about it, just the other night too, he did the same thing where he was barking at 3 a.m. and I was like, go check it out. So I pushed him off the bed, and this dog was limping, acting like he was hurt because he did not want to go check it out. So my boyfriend got up with him, and he was like, okay, let's go check out the house. And he like limped everywhere with him, trying to act like, oh, I'm too hurt to check it out. It was really funny. But Hispanic people have this thing called a limpia, and that's where you buy an egg and you rub it all over your body, and it gets rid of the negative energy, and you throw that egg like far away from you, like nowhere near you, I guess. But in this economy, I can't even give you a cleanse, so don't come around my house with your bad energy. So this is the final result. I really love that corner because all that whiteness is giving loony bin, and that's more of my style over this prison gray. Now this is the next day, so I did volunteer my boyfriend to help me clear out the den before he went to work. That way I could get right to work myself and paint it white, but I did not. It actually stayed like this for a few more days. So yeah, that's so me. I think this clip is kind of funny because you can see his shirt has this huge gaping hole on the side, and that is so his vibe. Like he refuses to throw anything away because he insists that he can still wear it. His socks, you can see his toe sticking right through it, and I just think it's kind of funny. He was also like, don't show this clip because you can see my crack, but he's the plumber at our house, so I thought it was really fitting. I do need to cut him some slack though because this is my last semester and I will have my chemistry degree. I am also taking some CSI classes to get my certificate in that. And on top of that, I decided to take on this DIY project as well as filming it and uploading it. So our house has been getting kind of messy and he has been picking up the slack on top of working. So I really appreciate that from him. But I thought this video was a little funny just because it literally looks like he's doing nothing. He's ranting on about work, but I thought it was kind of funny because it looks like he's just like, oh, I'm just figuring out what I need to do next. Okay, so back to work, and yes, I lift, and yes, those leggings are from the TikTok shop. I love how they make my butt look because it literally looks like I do 100 squats a day, but I don't. The only other thing I wanted to point out is that there are a bunch of patches all over this den because the night before I had to cover, I grabbed some scissors and I cut out all of the coaxial cables that were running through this house. And let me tell you, there were so many. I took three out just in the den alone. I took one out in the kitchen, which I don't even know why there was one in there. And then it had a bunch of little plugs for like a phone line, which I don't ever plan on getting a rotisserie phone. So I cut those out too. Okay, so now that this room is almost cleared out, one of the conversations we had was about turning this den into a big dining room because we need somewhere to put a big dining room table, something that seats like at least 8 people because we have a big family and it's hard to sit everyone around our breakfast table. And while it's not the ideal setup that I had in mind, I think it would look decent in the meantime because my goal is to eventually open up the kitchen and the first living room since they're right next to each other and making it just one nice big floor plan up there. That way the dining room and the kitchen are next to each other, but I don't think that this setup would be as bad in the meantime. I also wanted to point out that in this clip, you can see a lot of orbs flying around, and I don't know if that adds to the creepy stuff that I was talking about earlier, but either way, I still don't feel any bad negative energy in our house. I feel really comfortable and I love our home. When we bought the house, the lady that lived here told us that her husband had died, although we never asked if he died in the house. She just said that he had died, so we were like, oh, okay, well, sorry, because she had kids, but yeah, other than that, I really appreciate you guys watching. One last thing, please give me a like and a follow. I really appreciate any engagement that you make with this video. If you found anything relatable or have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment, and thanks for watching.